So we have two issues at hand today. The first one is that we can't easily change the brightness of the monitor or whatever display without touching the OSD menu. And secondly is that those windows will jump around and clump up together when the display wakes up from sleep. We have a solution for both of these issues, so let's get started. The first issue is adjusting brightness without touching the monitor. I am someone who uses monitors at different brightness on different days. Maybe brighter monitor on a good day but dimmer on a better day, I don't know. But my eyes are very sensitive to brightness, and adjusting the screen brightness is just something annoying to me. So I was pretty content with just touching the monitor's OSD menu until I started using dual monitors and I wanted to adjust the brightness on both monitors. It was a hassle. Turns out there's a way to do it simply and easily. I accidentally discovered this feature many years ago with the help of the Dell Display Manager while I was experimenting with the Dell U2913WM ultrawide monitor that I got like 8 years ago, and I'm still using it now. It utilizes a feature called DDC/CI, which stands for Display Data Channel/Common Interface. It is a way for the operating system to communicate with the monitor's OSD menu settings. So with this feature existing for a very long time, why hasn't it been utilized yet? Well, that's a question that I want to ask too actually. If you realize Windows laptops like this one have something called the Action Center, AC, I don't know what's it called, but essentially you can either use a touchscreen swiping from the right side, or you can hit Windows plus A key and bring up this menu. And then if you touch expand, and then you can see a brightness slider right here. So that works, right, if you just want to adjust the brightness of your laptop, not your desktop monitor. So what happens then if you connect this laptop to an external display? If you bring up the action panel again, you can only see one display brightness slider here, which is to adjust the laptop screen. I don't know why this happens, so I discovered a Windows 10 app called Twinkle Tray. Yes, I know Windows 10 App Store is bad, but this is an exception. So Twinkle Tray is free and is also very easy to use. Just download the app and launch it on the Windows 10 App Store, and then you can see a little app in the taskbar. By clicking on it, you can have a list of all monitors and a slider for each of those monitors. So just drag that slider around and then you can adjust the brightness of each monitor through Twinkle Tray. There are a few more apps that do the exact same thing like Monitorian, and I just prefer Twinkle Tray a lot more because they are more than just brightness slider option. And inside here you can also see what kind of protocol those monitors are using if you want to adjust its brightness using software. And DDC/CI actually works with a lot of monitors too. Even an old ass monitor that I have connected with HDMI to DVI dongle, and because that monitor was so old it doesn't even have a HDMI port. But Twinkle Tray still works with that monitor. So yeah, DDC/CI has existed for a very long time, and so far I've only encountered one monitor that doesn't actually support it. And DDC/CI also supports portable monitors too, for example the ViewSonic TD1655, which uses DisplayPort out mode through USB Type-C. And then my second issue is that windows are jumping around when it's waking up from sleep. So this was an issue highlighted when I reviewed the Acer Nitro XV340 CKP ultrawide monitor like in March of 2020 or 2019, I can't remember, 2020. Yeah, 2020. And in that review, I pointed out that this issue is due to Windows and not Acer or any display manufacturers. My one and biggest complaint is actually not on Acer's part, but on Microsoft's part. Because Windows 10 is kind of stupid. Whenever the whole display goes to sleep and wakes back up, all of my window arrangement will go haywire and the size will also go haywire. I find that to be really annoying, and I was right. Because Microsoft published a blog post saying that this is actually a fix that is already available in the Windows Insider program. But this feature never made it to Windows 10. This feature is only available on their shiny and new Windows 11. So I dug around the internet a lot more and I found out there is actually one utility that can fix this issue, and that is called persistent windows. This little utility works like a charm, and I don't have to deal with my apps clumping up together at the corner when it's waking up from sleep ever again. And so the second issue is a very straightforward one, and yeah, persistent Windows, you do need to do a bit more configuration, but all of the instructions are already in their GitHub page, so just follow through, do the task scheduler kind of thing, and then you are good to go. So those are the two utilities that I use on a daily basis to make my experience with Windows just a little bit more bearable in terms of handling with displays. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.